Who do we got? Give me a second. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late, guys. I was doing some breath work with a friend. The ever present. All right, who do we got? We got, well, we got a lot of people. Riley's here, Banana Man. Stuart's here, Toy Pups is here. Thanks, guys. It's nice to start out with you guys. Who else? We got Selma. We got the spamming queen. Selma says, love you guys. We love you too, Selma. We're getting some wedding advice from Toy Pups. Hey, Jamie. Jamie, how are you? So soon I'm going to wait a little bit before we do any co-streaming. I want to concentrate on the chat for a bit. So, yeah, I was just with a friend talking and doing some breath work. And we went over the, do you guys, hey, Austin, do you guys remember the Ujjayi breath? The, also called the victorious breath is what it means. Ujjayi means victorious. And, hey, Dan, but it's also called the ocean's breath. Naima says, Yogi reading last night's That Speaks chat. I'll have you know that this is yesterday's chat. What's up, Nightmare? Twipep says that's Yogi. Catch up, guys. No Texas, so we catch up. Stuart, I'm going to wait a little bit before I do any co-streaming. I want to talk some about breath work. I want to talk some about meditation. So let's take a little bit of time here. User says, is anyone gay here? Please tell me, do you mean happy? Gay as in happy, as in joyous, as in a heart full of joy and love and compassion? So you guys remember that Ujjayi breath, right? Making that ha, very gentle, very gentle. I covered this with Stuart a bit in the afternoon. Let's see, Toy Pups, we're all happy. Looser? Yes, we are. This is true. You notice how polite Loser is? He says, please tell me. I appreciate that. Nightmare says a lot of people are gay. Loser, in fact, most of my country is. Is there a high percentage of gay people in Scotland? Selma says gay means that you are dating boys with boys. Not always, Selma. As a matter of fact, they used to call the 1890s the gay 90s because it was a happier time, supposedly. Gay means happy. Gay does mean happy. How it got to mean something else, I don't know. Also, don't care. I literally have Stuart. I'm waiting a little bit before I do any live streaming. Hoping to talk a bit about meditation and some breath work.
I would like to apologize for spamming your chat.
Where did you? Oh, at the beginning? It's the beginning of the chat. I'm not there. That's what the beginning of the chat is for. Selma says her sister's having a baby. Nice.
Oh,
Nightmare says high percentage, Eric. Even the pigeons are gay in Scotland. Did not know that.
I didn't know that either, but it must be a
Gay,
Glaswegian thing. I think that's a
gay
Glaswegian
pigeons.
thing.
Sue says, Stuart. Hey, Sue, how are you? Sue
Hey,
had a
Sue.
snowy day. I had a snowy day as well. Stuart is fast fingers. I'll be honest with you. I accidentally hit that button. I don't know if you
Was
heard
it
me mention. I was going to
was
wait
it
a little bit.
intentional?
What's that?
Was it intentional?
Purely accidental.
How dare you suggest you would do such a thing?
What did Wendy say?
How dare Stuart suggest you do such a thing?
Thank you, Wendy. So he wants to talk about meditation. Or do you want to talk about breath work?
I was actually going to bring this up, believe it or not. In all honesty, I was. I think breath work should be on the agenda. Also, meditation, and try and figure out how to combine the both of them together.
Well, you don't need to. You could. I do my first thing in the morning. I wake up, drink some water, take care of bathroom needs. Then I'm on my meditation cushion. I do my breath work. My breath work is called in the morning Kumbhoti breathing. It's also called skull shining breath. Some people call it, with a slight distinction, fire breathing, the fire breath, as it wakes you up. And then I go right into my meditation, which is anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour, depending. And then I'm up, I do my yoga asana, the postures, and I make a cup of coffee and I write. And then I do my live stream. This is my entire morning ritual. All of it is yoga. There's no part of what I just described that isn't yoga. Yoga literally means union, bringing the divine. It's about God consciousness, waking up to who we truly are. And the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, which is an ancient handbook of yoga, always got a copy with me. It begins with the first one, with great respect and love. Now the blessings of yoga instructions are offered, but the second is the most important one. Yoga is experience in the mind, which has ceased to identify itself with the vacillating waves of perception, which means you're no longer identifying with your thoughts, which is huge. You've been through a bit, right? Imagine if you didn't identify with those thoughts. They still occurred, but they didn't have that effect of this is happening to me. Does that make sense? The mind is always in motion, or let's say our thought is always in motion. Our thoughts are always in motion, but we're not our thoughts. We're the observer of the thought. We're the witness to the thought. You don't have thoughts. Thoughts happen in the brain. You are not the brain. You are the awareness of the brain. You're the awareness of the body. So the more you relate to that pure, untouched awareness, the more at peace you are. So the entirety of yoga is to bring you back to who you truly are, which is peace.
There's something that I'm a bit of a dark horse, as probably people probably found out. I actually used to do yoga. Couldn't do a lot of it, but the meditation part I did.
Right. So Nightmare says he wants to talk about meditation, and Toy Pops wants to talk about meditation. Sue says she got a brave and took a long walk in the snow. Me too. Film snow on the river, freight train. I saw the freight train. It was awesome. So here's the thing with breath work. You get about 90% of the benefits of meditation by taking 10 breaths. How amazing is that?
Okay.
Breath work will calm the mind. It will lower your blood pressure. It will lower your heart rate. It will relax you. It could also pick you up if you need it. But you get 90+% of all of the benefits of meditation just within 10 breaths. So we could combine that with meditation. Now, the first form of meditation I ever did, the first serious form of meditation I ever did, was called, what I teach is primordial sound meditation, which is very closely associated with, sorry guys, transcendental meditation. And I am a professional teacher. Marginally, that's what I do for a living, is I teach meditation and breath work. I'm just horrible at it. I'm good at teaching it. I'm good at meditating. I'm a horrible businessman because I don't charge anyone a single penny. I do take donations if anyone wants to donate, but it's totally optional. Here's the thing.
Right. Can I just
No, just let
let me
me
can
finish.
I jump in this real quick? I'm paying for your services through a membership, so I expect top dollar for your services.
I agree, but that means I should do everything on a members channel. And that would exclude non-members. So I'm not ignoring the chat, so let me know. Stuart, can you do me a favor as I talk? Just keep an eye, and if anyone has a question, let me know.
Just you keep going.
Like, you don't have to.
Salma and Mum and Toy Pops are just having a conversation in Spanish. Hi,
Okay.
Squirrel, just coming in.
Hey, Squirrel Sniper. So when my father died, I was adrift. I had been a caregiver for my dad and my mom. My dad and I took care of my mom with Alzheimer's for 8 years before she passed away. And then during that time as well, Mocha did a tour of duty in Iraq.
Medics are saying I don't charge because no one can afford my rates.
But good business policy. Mocha asked if I could take care of when she went to Iraq, even though we were separated on the road to divorce. Would I stay and take care of Anika, my stepdaughter, when she went to Iraq? So I was a caregiver for my mom. My dad had a stroke, so I was a caregiver for my mom, my dad during his recovery from the stroke, as well as my stepdaughter. Hey, Jim Rat. And then Mocha came back. My mom passed away. I was a full-time caregiver for my dad, and then a critical caregiver on his last year, more or less. When he passed away, I was like, what does a caregiver do when he's no longer needed? When the person and the people that he cared most about are no longer here. Not only did I lose my father, who was also, I can't even begin to describe. Not only was I, divorced, my mother's passed away. I lost my 2 dogs, my elderly dogs. I felt like, man, I was lost everything. Hey, Brad. So what does a caregiver do when he has no one to care about? And the realization was, I have everyone to care about. Everyone. Now, everything that I learned from being a caregiver, all the stuff that I had been through, I can help other people. And that's when I finally got my certification to be meditation teacher, and I finished off my long worked on yoga teaching certification and breathwork certification. So that's the basis for my channel. The main reason I started my channel and decided to monetize was to be a caregiver. If you're here on my channel, I care about you. Every single person, except for Runaway. I always got to throw Runaway under the bus. He knows why. It's because I like Runaway best of all. Sorry. He's Irish. I got a soft spot for Irishmen. You know, he's my brethren, my kin, my clan.
Right. Right. Can I just jump in under this real quick? Remember, Scotland is descendants of Ireland because the head chief, even for the more rainier place to stay, he came to Scotland. So
Right.
I think the boy and I are on the same wavelength, Yogi. If you're going to run the boy under the bus, you're going to throw me under there too.
Okay, I got no problem with that. So
You've been on
medic
for
medic says medic spelled Stuart wrong because he spelled it with an E. He says yes, Eric needs to be certified. So he must have mixed us up because we're on the screen at the same time. Pretty sure he meant Stuart needs to be certified. So
Where
says one boy.
We're on a boy anyway.
I bet he'll pop up. So, with that said, this is why I decided to teach meditation, because it was. Naima says, I agree with Stuart. I'd like to go on the bus with the Irishman also. I could never throw Nightmare under the bus. Can't do it. Can't do it. It means too much to me.
So, and not too words of a word, not too words of a way of putting it. Basically, it's a big F you to Runner Boy and a big F you to Stu.
He's my top 3 favorite Scotsman.
So who's your top 1?
Top 3.
Favorites?
Not going to say.
What's your? Nah, you start now. We've asked it. You said top 3. So who's your fault?
Well, who's the guy that's always on the right when they sing "I would walk 500 miles"? He's my favorite, and then Willie the groundskeeper on the Simpsons. All right, don't throw anyone under the bus. Don't throw toy pups. I would never throw toy pups under the bus. Sniper says, Eric, who's driving? Squirrel Sniper's driving. Squirrel Sniper's got to be the driver.
Oh yeah.
Top 3, I'll take it.
Well, Nightmare, at least you've done one better than me. I didn't even make the top 3.
Well, I don't view you just as a Scotsman.
Huh.
You're universal. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Danny. All right. So back to meditation. Medic says, medic is the ambulance following the bus. What I teach is called Primal sound meditation, and it's an ancient Vedic yogic mantra-based meditation. You use a mantra. A mantra has no meaning at all. It's a Sanskrit vibration. You don't want it to have a meaning because you don't want to think about meaning. You want the vibration itself to do the work. An example of a universal mantra, primordial sound, is Ram or Om. In the tradition I teach, it's combined with Om Ram Namaha. But you could just use the word Ram to start out with. And you want to feel that vibration, Ram. But you think it. And you think it gently. So when you meditate, close your eyes, relax. Breathe in naturally, easily, without concentrating on the breath. This meditation requires no concentration, no effort. When you're relaxed, gently introduce, hey Jeff, gently introduce the mantra, Ram. You're just thinking it and let it go. And then you think it again and you let it go. You're going to have a thought. You're going to have lots of thoughts. You're going to be thinking, am I doing this right? And you might be thinking, did I forget to turn off the teapot? What am I going to have for dinner? Oh, wait, I'm supposed to be meditating. Let me come back to the mantra. And you think, Ram, because that's how the mind works. The mind is going to run away. But your job is to come back easily and gently and patiently, lovingly to the mantra. Ram, Ram, Ram. You're thinking it. Medic says washing machines on spin cycle give out positive vibes. It means our laundry is nearly finished. There you go. It's the It's a Zen meditation of the laundry. Glad you're having fun, Selma. Jennifer's crocheting right now. Nice. My mom and my sister used to crochet. So the key is don't worry, don't get upset when your mind wanders. The mind is supposed to wander. There are 4 things that can happen during meditation. You can be thinking the mantra. You can be having regular mundane thoughts. You can fall asleep, or you can slip into the gap. Any of those 4 things that happen, perfect. Sergey says, lay off the cupcakes. I will never lay off the cupcakes. Ever. I've sworn my life
to lay off.
I've sworn my life to stay loyal to cupcakes, and I will continue to eat cupcakes.
Vegan cupcakes.
Oh, of course. Goes without saying.
You got to throw in the vegan part for people who are new to your channel.
Right.
Vegan versus non-vegan.
Any questions so far about meditation? So the 4 things that can happen. Thinking the mantra, having regular, everyday, mundane thoughts. You might fall asleep, or you slip into the gap. If any of those 4 things happen, it's a successful meditation. Now, here's what the gap is. Between every single thought that you have is a space. Complete silence. There has to be. Otherwise, your thoughts would make no sense because it would just be a run-on sentence with no space. It would just be a sound. Everything has a space in it. Everything. Think of reading. If you didn't have space between letters, would a word make sense? If you didn't have space between the words, would a sentence make sense? If you didn't have space between the sentences, would a paragraph make sense? The page itself is empty, and it allows the words to appear. It's the space that gives everything meaning. Space is who you are, Stuart. You are the spaciousness of existence itself that is there before a single thought arises. So when you're thinking your mantra and you have a thought and you come back to the mantra, somewhere along the line, you step into that space, that ever-present space, but you don't even know it because it's beyond experience itself. Kat says, I love meditation, but lack discipline. I can help with that.
Yeah. I was going to ask if you, because I know that like you were like, oh, you say something, I do apologize, but I was going to ask, when you're doing the meditation, the breathing is still the same, or is it shallow, deep?
Still the same, but you're going to find that it's going to become shallow by itself. There'll be a time when the breath feels like it's suspended. When you slip into the gap, you don't notice the breath, you don't notice the thoughts, you don't even know that you're in the gap because it is the complete absence of experience itself. It is pure peacefulness. And then you come out of the gap and you think something happened. And then you also start thinking, I want to do that again. And you try to get there. But in the effort of trying, you'll never be able to get back. Hey, Brian. So
ATC agrees with you. Perhaps there should be a gap in
Skibidi toilet. Well, that's the mantra. That's the mantra only for Brad, though. No one else. That's Brad's mantra. No one else gets that mantra. It's an individualized. And the tradition I teach, primordial sound meditation, it teaches the vibrational frequency the moment you were born. That's your mantra. And for Brad, Skibidi toilet was the frequency the moment he was born. That's his personal primordial sound mantra.
I thought it was horsehead or horseman.
I don't know. It could be.
I'm thinking horseman. I think horseman was more of an inspiration that came to him during an epiphany.
Drums in the shower.
And drums in the shower. That was Brad's epiphany.
It was a game changer. That's for sure. The gritty part is the mantra. So the mantra is Ram, R-A-M. Nothing special about it. Doesn't have a meaning. Although there is the God, Hindu God. yogic god Ram or Rama. But we just want that vibration of Ram. If anyone wants
I was going
what's
to
that?
ask a simple question. Is mantra, is that Tandra's, that's a D, isn't it? Tandra. I was thinking Tandra, mantra.
Right.
Could be a
Mantra
cousin.
literally means mind vehicle. The mantra is a vehicle that takes your mind to silence. So RAM. Don't confuse it with REM.
No,
You don't
Ram.
want to be meditating and start thinking about shiny, happy people. Although, if you do the skull shining breath, you will be a shiny, and you meditate, you will be a shiny, happy person. I guarantee you.
I don't fancy being the one sitting in the corner losing my religion.
The
So
best thing that could. So that's okay. I made an REM joke. You're entitled to an REM joke too. So you sit, you're comfortable. You watch the breath, and then you let go of the breath, and then you think Ram. You have thoughts, you just come back to Ram. You have thoughts, you just come back to Ram. If you itch during your meditation, scratch. Zen teaches you to be very rigid. If you itch, don't scratch. Stay in your meditation posture. But in this meditation, we don't want it to become a meditation of an itch. So if you itch and you spend the entire 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes meditation thinking, man, I can't wait until this meditation is over so I can finally scratch. You didn't meditate, you thought about itching. It's better to spend 1 second scratching the itch and going back to the mantra.
Hi, Sango.
The mantra vehicle, if it's electric, count me out. You don't want to save the environment, Nightmare?
Actually, Nightmare
For
might be
you,
onto something. Nightmare's
you,
onto something.
well, for Nightmare, your mantra is going to be diesel. Does that make you feel better? Your mantra vehicle, your mind vehicle is diesel.
I second that.
Brad says, in all seriousness, my mantra is Om, and I like to have my hands in my solar plexus. Nice. Now, again, in the tradition that I teach, primordial sound meditation, it all starts Om Ram Namaha. But when we start people just starting meditation, we want it very short. If anyone wants their own primordial sound meditation and how to use it, that's when I would charge a little bit. That's when I would charge a donation, because it's significant to have an offering to the person that is initiating you in a 3,000-year-old meditation tradition. So it's important to me to, even if it's just, the donation could be money, could be a kind word, it could be something, but it's important for me to uphold that tradition. But Ram is the place to start. So you sit straight. It can be in a chair. You can lean back. Not all the way. You want to be comfortable. You want your hands on your lap. You can put them in a mudra. This is called the chin mudra, but you don't have to. You can just put them palm down on your lap or palms up on your lap. Either way, you close your eyes and you breathe and you let go of the breath. And then in a minute, hey, Austin, when you're ready, you introduce the mantra Ram. You're not chanting it. You're not saying it. You're not repeating it over and over and over again. You're simply thinking it, like you just gently remembered it. Oh, Ram, Ram. There's no cadence. There's no rhythm. There's just the mantra. If you have a thought, it's okay. You had a thought. Who cares? It's actually very important that you notice the thought. That's the very first insight of meditation, is you have a thought and you think, wait, I'm having a thought. How often do you even think that you have a thought? 99.9% of everyone believes that they are their thought. That stuff going on in the mind is who they are. And it drives them crazy because thoughts are insane. Let's see. Sapam says it's not Ram, it's Om, except when it's Ram. So when
You
we're
could also
sitting,
have it as your UN.
what's that?
You could have it as a UN, like
Right.
mm,
It's actually pronounced with the elongated. So even when it's spelled OM, it is still pronounced the same way. Nightmare says, loving this conversation, Yogi. Very interesting. Thank you. Nightmare, appreciate that. Kat says, this is great insight. So the most important thing you take away from your meditation is, wait, I'm not my thoughts. Thoughts happen, and I am aware of my thoughts. Thoughts come and thoughts go, and yet the stillness of the mind remains the entire time.
I think also, as we've had conversations before, it's just a thought.
Yeah. It's an important reminder or a pointer to bring in is in the absence of a thought of anything, what remains?
Mm-hmm.
If you are anxious, you are anxious due to having anxious thoughts. Anxiety is caused by our thoughts, by the mind run amok, and then the body follows suit. But in the absence of a thought of anxiety, what remains? The problem is we're so caught up in those thoughts, there's no room, or there doesn't seem to be any room, to enter anything other than anxiety. And that's when it helps to have, this is a little off topic of meditation, you will not meditate your way out of anxiety. Anxiety can help ease anxiety. It can help keep anxiety at bay. It can even heal anxiety. But when you're in an anxiety attack, you need something sharp to bring you out of it, to give you some space, and then you can enter in some other healing modalities. Hey, Kathy.
Hey, Kathy.
Kathy says, "Hi, Yogi. My problem is I can't stay focused when I meditate. This is why mantra meditation is so beautiful, because you don't have to stay focused. The mind can do whatever it wants as long as you come back to the mantra. And what you find, the more often you come back to the mantra, the more often you slip into that gap, that silent space between every single thought, the space between the mantra and a distraction. So we never have to worry about distractions. All we have to do is think the mantra. If you think the mantra once in a 20-minute meditation, you've had a successful meditation. No meditation should be judged. When you're finished, you're done, and you walk away. So if everyone, hey T, if everyone would wake up in the morning, take care of bathroom needs, and spend 10 minutes sitting in a straight back chair. Don't worry about any fancy posture. Relaxed.
As long as you're comfortable.
Yep. And then, hey T, and only then, you start thinking the mantra. And afterwards, you can set a timer if you want.
Why has B just lost a branch?
She knows why. She can tell you on a chat. She knows why she lost her wrench. She also knows why she got her wrench back. She got a promotion.
Thank you.
Um,
Fish finger.
let's see. Shobham says you should visit Bodh Gaya, but here the original place of Gautam Buddha. I would love to. Would absolutely love to. Hey, Shamham, is it true that the original Buddha tree is still in place? The tree in which Buddha sat under in order to gain enlightenment. Any questions about the meditation? Anyone in the chat? Nightmare, Kathy, and let me get to, let's see, toy pups. Oh, and Kat, you mentioned discipline. We should make wrench a mantra. Wrench. I think we can make that work.
That would work. Arrange.
T saying hi to everyone. Someone says, how you doing today? So, Kat, here's what I find
Probably do spam.
is if you want, and we could do it in the members, but we don't have to. We can do it here. Shobham says, people say the tree is still there, but is not proper evidence. Gotcha. 21-day meditation. I don't like calling it a challenge because that introduces a bit of a, although if you guys want, let me know. If you want to call it a challenge, I like thinking in terms of practice because you can't go wrong with a practice and you can mess up with a practice. If you do it,
jump in on this?
What's that?
You're saying make it a practice. You love Bob Ross, know the artist?
I just posted on Facebook.
His words, and I love Bob Ross, but his words is we don't have mistakes, we have happy accidents.
Right. I like that. I like Bob Ross a lot.
It's the same thing. I mean, if you're going to practice something, you're going to get better at it. But I mean, when do you say that I'm perfect at this? We're not perfect at anything.
Right. You remember what I told you about the Dalai Lama? The Dalai Lama talked about, this is when he was in his 60s, and he was given an interview and he talked about how he practiced meditation. And the host, the interviewer, says, wait a minute, if you're the Dalai Lama, you've been meditating since day one. And he said, yeah, I practice. And for me, it was an immediate let me off the hook. So if the Dalai Lama has to practice, and here I am, at the time I had only been practicing maybe 5-6 years or something like that. I don't have to be great at it. I don't even have to be all that good at it. I could be lousy at it. But as long as I'm practicing, that's what counts. So, Kat, instead of thinking about discipline, can you think about having a practice of meditation? And what do you guys think of, to answer T's question, a 21-day meditation challenge / practice? And we start with, here's the choice I'll give you. 5 minutes twice a day, 10 minutes once a day.
I think probably 10 minutes just before you go to sleep.
Okay. You don't want to, well, you can do it wherever. You do it on your own, but if you get the opportunity, we report here in the live stream that we're doing it. Hey, Reaper. And then we can answer questions and we let everyone know how it's going for us. T says yes, 10 minutes, one a day. Now,
groups. If you say that who's going to do 10 minutes and who's going to do 2 5s, then I would have that as a study to see which is best.
Well,
a little thing for you.
Eventually you want to do it twice a day anyway. Some people find that 5 minutes isn't quite enough. You're just falling into that depth of meditation when you stop. So personally, I think 10 minutes once a day is better than, but there's no such thing as no meditation. There's no such thing as it's better to do zero meditation than some meditation. It's always better to meditate than not to meditate. So let's go. What does anyone else think? Nightmare, Cat, Kathy, Toy Pups, or anyone else interested in Brad? The mantra everyone will start with is Ram. Before I go any farther, I just want to introduce something here. A legendary quote from our friend the Burpee Reaper. Guys, I didn't fart. I swear to God, I didn't fart. That's all I have to say.
But we all know he
Reapers.
did.
Reaper's waving at you.
Hey, Reaper. Salute to you, sir.
Reaper knows that snipers never need to calculate the Earth spin. That's for sure. Reaper's laughing. So you guys let me know. What do you think? Are you in?
Mm-hmm.
If you start meditating tomorrow morning, 10 minutes. Here's the thing. When you're sitting there, you'll start thinking, I don't want to be doing this anymore. I want to get up. This is the longest 10 minutes of my entire life. Don't worry about it. Relax. If you feel tense, let the mantra go. Let it go. And just sit. Take a breath. Close your eyes. When you're ready, introduce the mantra back in. Other times, you're going to find that you sink right in and 10 minutes flies by. Whatever happens during meditation is exactly what needs to happen. If you have lots of thoughts, those thoughts are stress. And you're burning through that stress. You're letting the stress go. Kathy says, yes, awesome.
As I said, put this into two groups. Whoever does 10 minutes and whoever does 2 5-minute sessions.
Or 2 lots of 10.
Or you could, or if somebody wants to go to extreme, you could have 2 lots of 10. So you guys have 3 groups here.
Well, I'd recommend starting with the 10. If you need to shorten it, shorten it. And work your way up to 10. I wouldn't recommend. You could try twice a day if you're called for it. If you really take to it. And then after we do 21 days of this, I'll show 2 or 3 other forms of meditation, and then people have a choice of what kind they would like to do. So you're starting to play up. Kathy, I'm glad that you're in. And those who are friends on Facebook, reach out, send me a message if there's like any issues or questions. Kathy says, I think 10 myself. I think we're better sticking with the 10. He says, Yogi, please put some guidance on your channel for us to follow. Yes. I actually have several videos on my members channel on how to begin meditation. I sent one to our friend Skits. So I will, let's see. I'll try to find a way of getting that out for everyone. Actually, give me a second here, guys. So 21 days. Today is the 6th. We'll start on the 7th.
Kathy, I can make a suggestion to you if you wanted. You could tomorrow maybe phone Wendy's phone or phone my phone and I'd play it from Wendy's of Yogi's members only stuff.
Right.
If that helps.
Or actually, this, I believe I took this so I could send it to Skits. I believe I took it off the members. I'm going to see if I can find it as we chat. problem is, and how come no one told me this? I put a lot of stuff out, man. You guys should tell me to calm down. Take a beat.
We'd be thinking what's happened to you. We'd be worried. Remember, Yogi, you're a spiritual leader to my jelly club. I need you.
Good to know. Good to know that that's the kind of stuff that can keep you grounded when you feel like you are what's the word I'm looking for? Adrift. All right, I'm still looking. So, you still with us, Nightmare? And then if anyone is ever interested, I am very happy to offer help and a little guidance if anyone wants to start working with Course in Miracles. Course in Miracles is a huge text and 365 daily lessons. And it all is, again, like everything else, it's a practice, and it is designed to bring us to peace, to bring us home, to transcend the ego. We're not fighting the ego. It's not a battle. We just want to recognize that we are not the ego. The ego is an appearance. Still looking. I'll find it, guys, if you bear with me.
Yogi likes to spend time on YouTube to give us something. If you're lost, you'll find where you belong. Yogi is what would you call? I'm trying to think of it. It would be a martyr or a relic.
I'm thinking someone with way too much time on their hands. Someone who needs a hobby. Someone who needs a job. Someone who needs to grow up and get an actual job. That might be an apt description.
But then, what would the people who are unemployed do without you?
Watch soap operas, sit on the sofa, eat candy, get a dog.
B, since you're here, are you listening to this? This is now what we've now got to try and do. We've now got to eat candy or listen to soap operas and try and look for a dog.
Not everyone. You can do burpees. Who does anyone have? Hey T, if I send you a link, could you drop it in the chat? Because if I drop it, it just sends everyone back to my desktop.
I just hurt my left arm.
There's a introduction to primordial sound meditation. It's about a 10-minute video. Should be open to everyone. All right, guys, I'm back in the chat. Sorry for the distraction. Member says, still listening, Yogi. So, what do you think? Are you down for a 21-day meditation challenge? Someone says, I'm calm and I have a boyfriend now. I love my boyfriend, Harrison. He sounds like an awesome guy. Someone says, I love meditation. Nice. He says, Stewie, fish finger, you on a decent diet, and I can eat candy if I want. Eating scones at the moment.
Well, that's not what we just wrote on that, was it? In all fairness.
So yeah, Kathy, you don't need to be a member. It should be available to everyone.
Debs.
Oops. I didn't take my sleep supplement. Doing that now.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say that. Yeah.
Kathy, I'm going to bring you up and I'll send it to you.
Stuff is this.
Speaking of Kathy, are you guys subscribed to Kathy's channel?
I am.
Just make a playlist, call it 21 Days.
You got anything for healing powers?
Kathy says, I'm having to start. It is tough coming up with content. I like what you're doing with the pets. Nightmare was still listening. Nightmare, I appreciate that. And I appreciate your support, my friend. Kathy says, good. So here's a link. And it's basically what I just covered. Maybe a little more in depth, maybe not. Crab says, hey guys, what's this live about? We were talking crab with a knife. We were talking meditation. Yep, we were talking some breath work. How are you? So if you go to Crab with a Knife's channel, there is literally a crab with a knife. And I think that's pretty awesome. Finally, crabs can be armed to defend themselves. Hey, Toy Pups, are you still with us? Hey, Debs. Debs says, T, how you doing? T says, thanks, Yogi. I forgot my sleep supplements. Yep, me too. Danny says, great to see you in Skeeter's channel. You got it. Mrs. Skeeter's birthday. Someone says, I do meditation every night. Do you? Meditation or medication? What did you think of the Roadrunner couple? You can see them in a different part of town. I thought that was pretty awesome. Crab says, laughing, I'm all right. Thanks for asking. Hey, so let me ask you a question, Crab with a knife. Did you arm the crab, or were you attempting to disarm the crab? Kathy says, I got the link in Messenger. Awesome. Hey, Skeeter. Everyone cheers, Brother Yogi. Deb says, I'm sure many of us just need help sleeping. It will be better. Maryland is for crabs. Maryland is for crabs. Some people say Maryland has the best crab cakes in the country. He says, Debs has some stress with carers not listening, and I'm calmer 7 hours later. Danny says, hi, awesome, Brother Skeeter. Selma says, medication is very calm with rain. I agree. Crab says, I stole it from my meme, laughing, but I'm being cheeky because I also cut knives. Nice. Hey, we have a friend who has a great channel, Weld and Carry, that is dedicated almost exclusively to knives.
Mm-hmm.
He's got an awesome channel. He's an awesome live streamer.
So I think I'm just muscles.
What's that?
I think I just tore my muscle in my left arm.
Thanks for coming over, watching us have fun. I enjoyed it. Positive vibes. Deb says, I'm fighting with insurance companies. Such stress, this administrative stuff. Yeah, it needs to be easier. And if anyone needs insurance, the last thing they need is to be fighting with administrators. They obviously need insurance for a reason. Everyone should have some kind of insurance, health insurance.
As I've said previously, I think all healthcare should be free to everybody.
Yep. Crab with the knife says, I'll check him out. Weldon Carey. Yep.
Whoever says you need to pay for it, that's just ridiculous. Right,
So-
anyway. I'm going to try and heal this arm of mine.
You got any like Icy Hot or Ben Gay or anything like that?
No, just try to sit up, use slouching, try to pull myself up. I think I've sprained it.
Kathy doesn't have any insurance right now. My insurance is hanging by a thread. Deb says Maryland does have the best crabs in the U.S. and Utz crab chips with Old Bay seasoning. Man, if you live in Maryland, especially the Baltimore area, you grow up putting Old Bay on everything. Old Bay on popcorn, Old Bay on French fries, Old Bay on whatever.
I'm Scottish.
Yep, I'm American. Someone says hi to Debs.
Right.
Hey, Marie.
Yogi.
All right, Stuart, thanks. How did the doctor's appointment go, Marie?
Sweet dreams, peoples.
See ya. Meditate tomorrow.
I will do.
10 minutes. Sniper says left American, right Scottish. Marie says it went horrible, Yogi. I'm sorry, Marie. Why don't you qualify for Medicare? Kathy says I turned 65 and lost my insurance through the VA. I don't qualify for Medicare. Selma says she's going to come. Danny's laughing with Debs. Stuart is the unattended co-host. Now here's the co-host. You guys are in for a treat. Hello. Crab says, has anyone here ever had a illness that couldn't be identified by doctors and therefore couldn't be treated? I was misdiagnosed with an illness for several months. At first, they couldn't identify it, so they put it as a progressive lung disorder. When I finally got was able. This was during COVID shutdown, and my doctor wasn't doing any tests, extensive tests. It was Kaiser Permanente. When they finally opened things up and allowed people to give tests, the doctor said, "Hey, are you an endurance athlete by any chance?" And I said, "Yes, I'm an ultra runner," as I was at the time. And he said, "Well, here's the issue. You don't have a progressive lung disorder. You have really big lungs."
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Skeeter. Skeeter says, Yogi brother, you're awesome. I appreciate that, my friend.
Hi, Danny.
Hey,
Hi,
speaking of
Yogi.
awesome. Hey, Selma,
Yeah.
our friend Skeeter. Do you know what he
Yeah.
did today?
Yeah.
You know what he did?
No.
He went out in the snow wearing a tutu and made snow angels and did a burpee.
Skeeter.
Pretty crazy, isn't it?
Yes.
You know why he did it?
You are something else.
He is something else. You know why he did it?
Yeah.
Just to have fun.
Skittle, it's cold outside. Do you like the cold?
Do you like the cold? Do you like tutus?
Mm,
Eh,
I
Sure.
used to wear them when I was little.
Did you? I never
Yeah.
did. Michael
Hi,
says,
Puppy Mommy.
"Hey Yogi, sorry I haven't been in the chat today. It took me a while creating a Discord channel." Understood.
Guess what I ate today? I'm eating this hot Cheeto.
Cheetos. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Nice. Kathy, why can't you get Social Security? You're 65. T says, Stuart, if the others were waiting to join, it's a space for all.
I
She
make Puppy
says,
Mommy hungry.
what does Puppy Mommy have to say? What kind of symptoms did you have, Marie?
Puppy Mommy said we love spicy.
Keep us posted, Marie. Marie says, Medicare sucks to me. It can be, if you don't have any insurance at all, it could be definitely a lifesaver. Skeeter says, having fun, positive vibes only. Absolutely. Toy Pups. Were you muted before? He says, Stuart PM, not sure what you're referring to.
Hi, Michael.
Toy Pup says, yum. He says, Puppy Mommy, hey, we love spicy food.
I
Michael
like
says,
spicy.
lost power due to snow. Yeah, we're still snowing. We've got over a foot now. He says, Michael, what country are you from? I was here, but I was with family, so I was muted. Awesome. Hey, did you hear Toy Pups with the meditation challenge? I had make too much money from the VA to get Medicaid, and I was turned down for Social Security because of the VA, I guess. I didn't think you were allowed to be turned down Social Security. I thought everyone got Social Security when you turn either 62 or 65. Michael's from the US. Give me a second, guys.
The meditation challenge. Oh, Puppy Mommy's going to win. Ooh,
What did I miss?
Puppy Mommy's going to win.
The meditation challenge? What do you think? Is she going to be the best meditator?
Yes.
Do you think she can out meditate the yogi?
Yes.
You think she can out meditate me? This is going to be the battle of the meditators then.
Yes.
Hey, Joshua. Joshua says, like that. I appreciate that. I'm sorry to hear that, Kathy.
Puppy Mommy, you are going to win.
And I thought Selma believed in me. Crab says, is that early collection? She said she's 65. Isn't Social Security obligated to you at a certain age? I thought it was. Maria is back.
Yes, Puppy
Pup says,
Mommy.
out meditate everyone. She will be enlightened before any one of us. Unless I get enlightened first.
I go with Puppy Mommy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Did you hear that sound, Selma? Do you know what that sound was?
What?
It was the sound of my heart breaking just a little bit when you said that. Just a
Sorry.
little bit. Kathy says, technically, I'm supposed to be able to get it, but they turned me down. You need, Kathy.
I go with both of you.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Kathy, you need an advocate. Marie says, hey, Yogi, the doctor said I'm 6'1". 6'1"? That's tall. I never would have guessed that you were 6'1".
Puppy Mommy.
T says, Puppy Mommy, it's a 21-day challenge. I'm in it. It's to encourage newbies. You meditate 10 minutes a day. Yes, preferably one session, sitting down. And I'll reiterate everything that I said in almost every live stream. He says, Marie, welcome. Crab with knife says, well. Yeah, that's hard to believe, isn't it, Crab? Michael says, I think the reason for the power outage was because of a downed tree somewhere. Gotcha. Toy Pup says, I'd love to learn to meditate. Serious note. Well, I hope this talk helped. So you can play it back. I'm gonna. Hey, is there a way to bring Toy Pups? You'll notice a video that you posted before to bring it to the forefront of your channel. Joshua says, I will do a meditation video soon. Awesome. Danny says, Yogi, awesome. How you help everyone and well in the donation in Skeeter's life. Hey, Mrs. Skeeter's birthday. Cause for celebration. Thank you, Danny.
I love you, Puppy Mommy.
Gotcha says, I hope people do not find it offensive. Well, is this a meditation that you do and that you believe in? I can't imagine finding it offensive.
No, I think you're supposed to sit down and cross your legs and hold up your hands and close your eyes.
Yep. Nicely said, Selma. Michael says, hashtag busy day. Hey, did you get your Discord set up? Stuart says, Joshy, my brother, our anxiety is always winning. It's very draining on the body and mind. You feel like cement. So in 21 days of meditation, you will ease the battle with your anxiety. And more importantly, you will begin to see that anxiety is based upon thought and that you have some space to navigate with those anxious thoughts. It will not cure anxiety, although I hate saying battle with anxiety because that's how it turns into panic attacks when we battle. When we battle something. So meditation will ease the battle and it'll become manageable and manageable to the point of letting it go. Danny says, indeed, Yogi. Toy Pup says meditation will lead to help. It will definitely help. And you'll notice in 21 days.
I agree with that.
Thank you, Selma. Greetings. Danny says, Swirl Sniper. Marie says, I'm not sick anymore. Awesome. But I found out that my kidneys are smaller than the other, and the other one is bigger than normal. Is that, does it create an issue? Danny says, hi to Squirrel. Hey, Leo. Leo says, much love, Yogi. How you doing, Leo? Marie will be back. Toy Pup says, an expression of yourself, never offensive. Absolutely.
Puppy Mommy it's amazing.
She is amazing. Danny says, meditation is great, Yogi. I do them. It blocks all negative stuff in people.
She always calms me down.
So you're saying that Toy Pups is your meditation?
Yeah.
Nice. I like that. Yeah, Danny, for me, meditation definitely built up a large degree of patience, a reservoir of infinite patience to make negative situations tolerable. Michael says, it is nothing fancy, just a place for me and my friends that are into paranormal can talk, etc. I'm still learning how it works. Me too.
You sleep, puppy mommy.
Sniper says, Marie, look into diamagnetics. Toy Pup says, we're in the fight or fight mode at this point. Well, let's fix that, Toy Pups.
Yeah.
You ready to do some breath work? Let me know if you want to do some breath work right now, and we will fix it. We can address that in 10 breaths.
You sleep, puppy mommy.
T says, hi to Leo. Joshua says, I just have a video that I watched today, and it was off a movie. What was the movie?
Puppy mommy said yes.
Okay,
We can
we
do
will.
meditation.
Let me catch up in the chat real quick, and then we will do it. And anyone, you don't need to join in if you don't want to, but if you would like to, we will do it together. Crab with a Knife says, do you believe in ghosts to Michael? It's a great question, Crab. And I always enjoy when Michael talks about this. He says, yes, Sergey, please, need to relax. All right. So I know T will remember this. Toy Pups, do you remember Ujjayi breath, which is that ha? I got my demonstrating glasses here.
Like this.
Nice. Now, Soma, can you do that again? But make that ha longer. Nice. Now, can you do that one more time, but with your mouth closed?
Mm-hmm.
Now, go ahead and, okay, I love hearing that. Now, do it again, but this time make that sound as you breathe in and as you breathe out with your mouth closed. Nice. Did you guys hear that? I got our friend Yogi Soma here helping me out. Soma has been promoted to a yogi. Welcome to the Yogi Club, Soma. So we make that sound as we breathe in, very gently, very, very gently, as if you live with someone who snores and you don't want to hurt their feelings. They're very light snores, and you're telling them this is what you sound like. So here's what it's going to sound like for me. No burgers allowed, says Toy Pups. Not even one? I think, Selma, what do you think? I think we're all allowed one booger.
Yes.
Yes. Kung Fu Panda. No, not insane at all. So when we want to get into you have the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. The sympathetic is the fight or flight. Parasympathetic is the rest and digest. When we want to go from one to the other, we can accomplish that in 10 breaths. When we take our 10 breaths, you can relax, reassess, and if you want to do another 10 breaths, then we do that. So, how we do that is we lengthen the exhalation. What we want to do here, he says, sorry, Yogi, I missed it, but I'm here now. That's okay. We haven't covered it yet. We're working on that Ujjayi breath, making that noise. Very gentle sound. It's a constriction of the throat, but we don't constrict the throat. That happens by itself when we make that ha. Think that ha sound as we breathe in.
Like this.
Yep, a little more gentle. Perfect. And now a little longer. Nice. Yogi Soma demonstrated it perfectly. So we're going to breathe in for a count of 4. There's a natural pause, but we're not going to extend it. We just notice it, and then we're going to exhale for a count of 8. The importance of that ha sound is it allows us to extend the breath as if we are releasing air from a tire. A little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit. and then the lungs are empty, and we breathe in for a count of 4 again, and out for a count of 8 again. Now, if you are very heavily, as Toy Pups is saying, into the sympathetic nervous state, the fight or flight, lock off the right side of your nostril, and when you exhale, exhale through the left. We breathe in with both, we exhale from the left. The left corresponds to the parasympathetic, the rest of digest. So is everyone ready to do it?
Like this. Like this. And then
Like that. Very nice, Soma. Soma is a natural yogi. It took me forever to learn this stuff, Soma, and now you're teaching it to people. Well, you might have to call it as you see it, but adding negativity to negativity doesn't fix anything, Stuart. It just creates negativity. So here in the chat, no one's been negative. All right. So is everyone ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Toy Pups, are you ready? I haven't checked it out yet, Michael, but I will. Toy Pups is ready. Yogi, let's carry on for our well-being. All right, here we go. So we are going to breathe in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are going to exhale for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and relax. Breathe normally and naturally, letting everything go. 10 breaths. You can return to this breath as often as you want. You can also just use that ujjayi breath, which is very calming, and it tones the vagal nerve, which is the nerve that brings us back from the fight or flight to the rest and digest. That's okay, T. Danny's saying hi to everyone. Gets away from Joshua. Toy Pup says, I feel like I'm floating. And just enjoy that. Just enjoy that. Just ride it. Ride that wave. Kathy says, thanks, Eric. You're welcome, Kathy. Hey, did you notice my yogi friend Selma helping me with the hand gestures? How did we do it, Selma?
1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
What an awesome yogi. Toy Pup says, thank you so much, Yogi. We appreciate you so much. Your voice is enough. Kathy said she saw that. It was pretty awesome, Selma. I appreciate your help. You know, I talked to T about this because I'm almost certified in Yoga Nidra, which is a guided yogic sleep that you do with people. But I didn't know if don't know if I have the voice to guide people to that level of relaxation.
Let's do it again. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Awesome.
9, 10.
What we're gonna do in a minute, I'm gonna go to bed in a minute. But before I go to bed, I'm gonna need someone to sing a song. I don't know who. Any suggestions, Selma?
um, this is for everybody in the chat. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy with stars so gray. You make me happy, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
I'm gonna ring the bell for Yogi Selma. Joshua says Jedi Master versus Yogi Master, no competition. The Yogi Master wins. Well, thank you. That might go down as one of the most awesome comments I've gotten on my live stream. Sniper says I'm so relaxed, I've lost my spine. Kathy says Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you, Kathy. Happy New Year to you. And tomorrow we start our 21-day meditation challenge. T says Yogi has a yogi voice that's calming and guiding. Thank you, T.
I love you, puppy mommy.
She's a truly great friend, isn't she? Joshua says, Puppy Mommy, I love you. She deserves all the love that she gets. You know that?
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap things up. I'm going to get ready to go to bed. Thank you for helping me do some breath work. This is a breath work I do every night as I'm lying in bed, getting ready to sleep.
I did the same thing.
You did. You were a huge help for me, too. You were a help with the breath and with the gesture. We're going to do more of this, you and I. What do you think?
Yeah.
Awesome. If anyone else who has me on Facebook wants me to send them a link to that meditation intro, I am happy to. Just let me know. And 1 second.
I'm so happy to be with you guys and my boyfriend as well.
That's awesome. We are happy to have you.
And you guys should know my boyfriend because he's coming on Sunday to my house and you will get to see him and he will love you.
Nice. Selma says Yogi's voice, or I'm sorry, Toy Pup says Yogi's voice is very calming. Thank you for that. Kathy says good night. And Toy Pup says thank you so much. Danny says we love you, Puppy Mommy. We certainly do.
We love you, Bumblebee.
He says, Puppy Mommy, I showed the impact of Yoga Nidra NSCR. He was shocked. I have had no muscle tone. It was like a rag doll. After 2 hours, I control my body and sit up. Yeah, it was amazing.
Tomorrow's Taco Tuesday.
It is. No one told me this. I'm not prepared. Stuart says, hey, Danny, my brother. Kathy says, it makes you feel better, doesn't it, Toy Pups?
Puppy Mommy, tomorrow's Taco Tuesday.
Let's see, Lulu. Tete de Oafs. I do not know what that means. It's French, though, right? I think.
It's fun.
Monday Monday live stream coming. Hey, that's pretty cool. Monday live stream. I like the sound of that.
Puppy Mommy, Boli Cholia.
Danny says, here's a taco for Selma. You see that?
Yes. Puppy Mommy, couscous hota hai.
Toy Pups said, or I'm sorry, T says, Yogi, you must finish the course, please. All I have to do is take the exam.
Te amo, Puppy Mommy.
I should do like a refresher and then take the exam. All right, so Selma, could you do me a favor?
Yeah,
Could you tell everyone good night for me?
yeah. Yogi said goodnight and he loves you very much. Happy 2025.
Beautiful. And she is absolutely right. Good night, and I love you guys very, very much. And have a happy 2025. Let me know tomorrow, the first day of meditation, if you need any help before. If you have any questions after, let me know.
But
Hey,
just want to, this is the end.
that's what I was going to ask you to read for me. Can you read it one more time?
Yes, this is the end.
It is. It is the end. Thank you, Joshua. The ever amazing and energetic Joshua. If any title,
Look at what Puppy Mommy said.
this is. Can you actually? I'm going to have you read it for me.
This is goodbye.
It is goodbye. So the ever amazing, energetic Joshua, there has been no more aptly named channel in the history of YouTube. If you click on it, that's what you get. You get the amazing, energetic Joshua and all of his fun, all of his glory, all of his doing his very best to make you happy. What a wonderful channel.
Puppy
A channel
Mommy.
designed to help make you happy. Pretty awesome.
Puppy Mommy. Coach, what the hey?
T says night and blessings to all. Absolutely. We got some love from Joshua. I hope you guys are subscribed to Joshua. If you're hanging out and you're not, if you're like lurking and watching, hang out. All right, I am off to bed. Joshua says, you're amazing, Yogi. I tell you what, I have some amazing friends. Joshua says, good night, everyone. Good night to you. Danny's laughing. Danny, you have a good night. Danny's an awesome moderator, don't you think, Selma?
Yeah.
He says hi to everyone. Everyone gets a personalized hi.
Namaste.
Namaste to you, my friend. Good night, everyone.
Good night.